Welcome to this space. This is Shoney from Black Media Podcast.
And this is Brother D from Black Media Podcast.
Hey, we got all black movies.
All black TV.
And all black content. We want you to subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Hit that Black bell. Media Podcast. You guys got it. Let's go.
Black Media Podcast. Woo. Yo.
Good evening.
What's up?
It doesn't matter. We're here.
We're here.
Who are these people clapping? They just take time off in the middle of
I don't know. They're awesome, though.
I want to clap for you, black man. I want to clap for you.
Clap for you.
I like that.
Definitely.
Oh, man. Oh, that was a mean drop. Yeah, clap for you. I like that. Man.
Definitely. Well, welcome back to Black Media Podcast, you guys. We are going to be reviewing FallOut. It is on Amazon.
Oh,
Season 1.
Season 1, great. Great movie. I mean, I keep calling it a movie. It's not a movie. It's a miniseries. And
it could have been a movie though, if they depend on how they did it. But
definitely.
But it's awesome.
All right. Give me a second. I can't hear you, but I'm going to fix that. Can I hear you now?
I can hear you now.
Why
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
On my side anymore.
You're so funny. All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump into this real quick. This is about a jump in the future into the post-apocalyptic Los Angeles, you guys. There was a nuclear decimation, and the citizens before that even happens, they're like talking about it. So people kind of know this could happen or may not happen. And then they start advertising these vaults that people need to get, right? These vaults, which are underground bunkers, so they can protect themselves from radiation, mutants, and bandits, and then repopulate the earth. And that's in short of what the FallOut series is about. Who's your favorite character in the FallOut? Like, which person did you like? Oh, hold on, let me share the screen real quick. Boom. This is the FallOut right here. Here's basically the three main characters. There's other characters too, but I guess why we like this is because there is a black male leadish type person.
Yeah, I'm back. All right, there we go.
Yeah, you're good. I had to make sure thing didn't fall out. There's a black leadish type person played by Aaron Moulton, and he plays Maximus. He plays Maximus in this. And I guess let's talk about Maximus a little bit, because I want to talk about some of the black characters in this series. Maximus was giving like weird faces the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah.
And figuring it out. And I think he was being bullied, right? He was being bullied.
Yeah, he was being bullied by his colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
Sect of people that survived the bomb dropping. So they create these bunkers because they already know that apocalypse is coming. So they create these bunkers because they're trying to set aside an elite
group, to survive,
eliminate everyone else off. So this is really about elitism, and it's also about like social class. So what class do you fall in? And after they dropped the bomb, some people survived, and some people up on the ground survived. And he's a part of those people who survived.
Right. As a little boy, I think he was a little boy. Right?
He was a little boy. He hid inside a refrigerator, and
give me your refrigerator
of that refrigerator, please. that they dropped the bomb on the whole city. The city's destroyed, flattened, but he comes out of the refrigerator. But nevertheless, had to be that guy. But it was so cool. But and of course they graft him in and they make him a part of this these group of people who go about the people who survive the whole bomb dropping, and they create their own little society, and The people inside of the chambers came back up to wipe them out again. So they came. So they gave him a double dose.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad, but nevertheless, he did what he had to do, and
Yeah.
then survived that. So the people who are underground, they are planning to come back up. So it's like thousands of them who are frozen, but it's a sect of them that's still functioning in order to make sure
Right.
everybody else is upstairs is dead. Or I should
What
say,
what I didn't understand was the whole frozen part. Why were the people frozen? Was it to protect them?
because it was the people. Okay, so let's just say they had
It was
20.
the richest people, wasn't it?
Yeah, so if you have 20,000 people who you wanted to survive, you'll say, okay, out of the 20,000, we're gonna let 500 of you guys stay awake while these other people stay frozen, and they're gonna wipe off the rest of the people from the aftermath. Whoever survived the bomb, they're gonna go back up there and they're gonna wipe them all out, and then they're gonna come back down and get into their chambers. Remember,
Hmm.
son goes into his chamber. He said, "You can get into your." Remember that little robot with the brain? He said,
Yeah,
"You can
yeah.
get into your father's chamber." Because he knew the father had a thing waiting for him. That after they finished killing everybody, finally, they're gonna let the radiation die out, which was gonna take a
Right.
couple 100 years, and then they all gonna come resurrect from under the ground. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
so
bad.
that was the crazy part. That was the crazy part. And I guess what you guys, and this is spoiler alert, you guys. So
Oh yeah, bad.
that's what you see. The different heads of the vaults, the people that are put in charge of the vault,
Hmm.
their job is to make sure everyone else doesn't survive.
Yeah,
Which is weird because it looks like they're trying to say they are going to survive, so we need to repopulate, but really they don't survive. And that's crazy about it.
yeah, and the black and the I'm getting the character's name straight. Give me one second.
Maximus, the black guy.
No, Cooper, the cowboy with no nose.
Oh, the one that has
Yeah,
to take the oxygen thing
yeah,
to live.
in order to not turn fully. Well, his wife was telling him in one conversation. He says to him, he says she was a scientist, and she says to him, "Well, we're going to be in the best chamber. We're not going to be in the rest of those different one, like the different ones." And he said, "What do you mean?" He said, "They all chamber." She was like, "No, they all different." So they even plan to have the elite of the elite. See how it goes? Because even though they all was like, "Oh, we all elite, we all in the chamber," they still was gonna let them other ones who came down there with them die. They was like, we're just getting your money to help build this thing, but we're gonna kill you off too." You know what I mean?
Yeah, the crazy part was okay. Well, I don't want to get to that part. We'll come back to
No,
it.
yeah,
I
go.
want to talk about that last vault, but we'll get to that in a second.
Uh-huh.
So I thought it was cool, all the little cities that people were building trying to survive
Yeah.
and do all this. The people that were goals, those are basically people who one person was like 200 and something years old.
Yeah.
I don't know how he became that, but anyway, and they live forever basically.
Because they're gold, they don't die. Their bodies. Remember when the guy he was turned to a ghoul when he got
Yeah.
in the neck, he pulled it back out. He was like, "Hey."
Right. Yeah, they only die if they don't have this specific tonic that they have to drink
Yeah,
or breathe
they
in.
evolve into something different, and that's what.
Yeah, they mutant. They become a
Yeah,
mutant.
yeah. And he
So
didn't want to become one. The cowboy, the cowboy guy. He didn't want to come. Who's Cooper? He didn't want to become one. So he would kept finding ways to get money in order to do trades. He was trading humans in order to get the
the
solution.
tonic. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a goal, so he was something. But I guess the part I wanted to know was because his wife wanted him to, and
Mhm.
maybe this is where another season needs to come in because
Oh,
his wife
it's gonna be
wanted
another season.
it. Got to be yeah,
That's
because his wife wanted him to be with her, and
yeah,
he was worried about this dog. He like, what you mean the dog can't come? All of this stuff, and she's like, well, if it's family over the dog, it's going to be I'm choosing you guys. So the thing is, she was the whole mastermind behind the whole thing, and he didn't know this until he started spying on her from this other lady, this lady that people supposedly don't like, but really this lady is trying to help everybody
yeah,
because she's trying to steal this formula thing that she created that they stole from her,
hmm
so that she can kind of bring the world back to where it needs to be.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of that. And so the black lady that is the cowboy's wife said, well, if we need to capitalize on war, because war is going to happen. It's definite that war is going to happen. But do we want to be a product of the war, or do we want to capitalize on the war? And so this is where this whole vault thing came about. She was like, this is the idea I have of capitalizing on the war. Instead of waiting for war, let's start war ourselves.
Oh yeah.
We
But
will
they
start war ourselves, and then we will capitalize on it, and then we can start the earth with who we want to start the earth with. And then she tried to make it seem like it was everybody who was going to do this. But somehow I think some of the vault leaders probably didn't get the same message as far as what she was getting, because she was saying you can actually customize your vault.
Yeah.
And remember how people had different kind of vaults, the way that they were doing or whatever. And so that we'll get to that last vault, but I don't know if that person or who the person was in charge of that vault, or if they even got the memo of what she said, because it didn't seem like they were trying to per se kill everybody. But anyway, let's get back to it. So let's talk about Maximus with this whole thing. Let's talk about what happens. He goes down there and jumps out of this helicopter thingy with the guy that is the robot, the robot, military style robot that he's in or whatever. And this is a guy that has been torturing him. So the guy needs his help because he's attacked by this mutant bear. And he chooses not to help him because he was calling him all kind of names. He chooses to just let him.
Yeah, once again,
Yeah.
and the beauty of it was this is the fact that the same elitism that they had underground was going on up top. So basically, you had the elite leaders, and they had these people who served them. Their
Yeah, the
military,
Brotherhood.
yeah, the brotherhood. They would serve them, and you had to be their adjutant, and you had to do everything for them. And they got to wear a suit that was, that can block out the radiation, and they was safe. But you couldn't wear those suits if you walk with them. You had to be who you were. And what's so strange and what's so crazy about it all is that it was just showing you humanity at its core. Like no matter what we do, we will always do things crazy. We will always subjugate people to be our servants. You know what I mean? So even in the midst of them wanting to fight back against the people who oppressed them, they were doing the same thing, just like they did over here with England coming over here and then want to put people in slavery.
Yeah, it's always some form of slavery. You just said it. That's what
Yeah,
it is. Everything
yeah, all the time, all
that
day.
keeps arising in the midst of all of the sects. I'm gonna call it the sects, SECTS, sects of
Yeah.
society.
Hmm.
All the sects that form like brotherhood,
Hmm.
the ones that were poor. Even it was a top poor person.
Yeah,
Even the gold, the top gold person. It don't matter what group you're a part of. Somebody is a leader in that group.
exactly. And it's always and they always categorize not just as a leader, but I'm better than you.
Yeah, the
Not
whole
just
I'm
I'm your
better than
leader,
you.
but I'm better. And it's a classism. So, we're class A, you're class
Yeah,
B, and it goes through C, and it's A, B,
right.
C.
So
So
I want to talk about a funny moment. Okay, the funny
yeah,
moment. There's this girl. This girl. Wait, let me make sure I get her name right.
that's good.
Ah,
I can get you. Which one
the
would
the young girl, the young Caucasian girl, the one
Lucy?
that's the main character,
Lucy.
Lucy. Okay, Lucy. Oh, yep, Lucy.
Hmm.
So Lucy is so like a box of rocks, right?
Hmm.
She's
Yeah.
like everybody's happy and loves rainbows and just gets along and just that's what you do. It's the golden rule. And of course, I'm not saying we shouldn't. But she's so gullible and
Mm.
she believes everyone's going to help each other. And just she goes out to there to find her dad, who's been taken by this other lady who, for good reason that we didn't know in the beginning, for good reason, because he's going to try to kill everybody, obviously, to pay for what he did and to get her stuff back. So she goes on this mission to find her dad. And this is when they discover that what's really going on, the truth of what's really going on, of things, of how when she was getting married, her
Hmm.
dad set up this marriage for this guy to come. He looked weird anyways from the very beginning. This guy, right? He
Hmm.
comes in and marries her, takes her virginity. She ready to populate the earth and then tries to kill her. And so she had a little instinct. Her dad taught her how to fight or do a little something in the beginning. But the funny part, okay,
Hmm.
you ready?
No,
Oh,
one
okay.
thing about him, he wasn't the real guy. He killed the real guy. He was from He was from up. He was
Right.
from up.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was from upstairs.
Yeah, he was from but
From
was
the lady. Yeah,
outside.
by the lady.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So, yeah, that was really interesting what they did. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
crazy. But anyway, so the funny part for her was she's learning her instincts as she's up there. She doesn't realize that people don't care. Like, they just don't care. And they will kill her.
Yeah.
So the funny part is when she is about to get traded off for human parts. I mean, for parts from this guy. And she decides she's going to avenge everyone. And she says, I want everyone free. Remember?
Yeah.
She was like, I want everyone free. He was like, everyone? Okay. And then he left the crazy ones locked up. The crazy ones, the ones that don't really have no...
The ones that eat flesh, yeah.
She didn't know. So she said, I said them too.
Yeah.
So she goes, they open up, and then she got to fight them too. And it's funny because we're not thinking that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And she don't realize this. And now she finally gets the point. You can't trust nobody.
You can't trust nobody. You
Can't trust nobody.
The most fascinating thing about her to me was this, is that in that moment, in those moments when she came out, she didn't know what season she was in. Because I don't mean to be preaching to you all out there, but the Bible talks about time of love. It's a time of peace, and it's a time of war. It was a time of war.
Come on, she done walked up in the war season. She lovey dovey.
Yep. And even though we're supposed to, even though we do follow the golden rule, in war, that person is your enemy. And so it's time to kill. So I have to off these cats because they're gonna off me. So she failed to recognize that. You know when it really came upon her? When she first met what is his name? Oh, my man.
What you doing, brother D? You want to hit on some tracks?
No,
you gonna slay in Jesus' name. Slay.
No, I forgot his name. Oh God.
Which one is this?
Michael Emerson, the guy the one she cut his head off. I forgot his name in the show.
Oh yeah, there's a scientist that everybody wants. He has the solution.
Solution. And so she's sitting outside and she's eating deviled eggs, right? And
it's called cold fusion. Cold fusion. Now I remember cold fusion. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she's sitting outside and she's eating deviled eggs, and she's just sitting there and it's nighttime, and sun is setting, and this animal comes to offer, and he saves her, and it's like, honey, you just can't walk out into a new world because she's been told all these lies by her dad. And you think that everything is fine out here. Like, oh, they're just waiting to do this. That's all it is. It's like, no, honey, these people are crazy. And that's where she found that's partly when she found out like everything is not equal out there. And then the other time she found out when she needed water. And all of a sudden,
oh my gosh! And that dude,
she just finally drank some of the contaminated water.
It was like, thank you.
There. It was so
remember when she had water and the guy, and she was like, "Would you like some water?"
Yeah,
she think he gonna take a sip. Yeah. This man, like, I ain't seen water in 50 years. Huh?
It's like she still couldn't read the room. Like, honey, you're in the middle of a desert. It wasn't a desert before, but it's a desert now. And the whole thing about it is that this guy is filthy. He looked like and I'm like, honey, do you understand that this man is like
crazy?
Yeah, he's crazy. He's dirty. His teeth are dirty. Don't you understand that he hasn't bathed? Don't you?
Yeah.
It's like the light bulb didn't. It never clicked for her.
Right.
Until later on, until she came out that place he took her to that wanted her organs. How.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that was too funny. And that little crazy finger. The part that I screamed at, not screamed in terror, but I screamed like, "Oh my gosh, this is not gonna happen!" When the black guy got trapped in the suit because the other guy stole his little energy pack in the back. I was like,
wasn't that scary?
I was like, please don't leave this black man dying like this. Though he. I'm going to say deserved it because he definitely would start feeling himself. Was acting like he was sitting there like, I'm avenge all the people that did stuff to me that like when you start bullying the other person. But I'm not saying he deserved it. I'm saying in quote unquote, it's like, okay, bro, like you was feeling yourself too much. This is why this happened to you. Like the fall, pride, that whole thing. But you still felt bad for him because you're like, please don't let the black dude just die. Don't let the black dude die. Somebody come, and here come the little message. Here come the little Lucy to save him. Come on, stop. Come on, I can't. No, stop. Anyway, I can't. We ain't gonna even go there with y'all. I can't.
Savior. No, but you know, the cool part is just that it was like, but you're right about that, and I'm just gonna say it plainly. It was like, yes, black people, these white people have done you wrong, but you should exercise, forgiveness and restraint because, basically by him trying to get the guy back and then him showing himself, the guy was like, "Oh no, you're against us," and he ended up getting locked in the suit, and then the young lady comes and save him. In other words, see, your oppressor is your savior. So
No.
yeah,
I was like,
it was
stop. Y'all subliminally trying this.
trying to show us that, like,
Some of y'all ain't gonna get that because
like,
some of y'all like, what do you mean? I'm like, we get it. Trust me.
yeah, and so
That ain't slide
it
past
was
us. We
bad.
got that one.
Yeah, it was bad, but I love him because I call him the new Jonathan Majors. I don't care what anyone say. He is.
Right. Even though we're rooting for them both, Lucy and Maximus in this movie, we're rooting for both of them because we're seeing the transition of Lucy. We're seeing the transition of Maximus too.
Yeah,
They're both transitioning in different ways in this
yeah.
whole entire series.
Maturation of them both coming adults, becoming independent people. Now he's the
Yeah.
leader of the. He didn't do anything to become the leader. He just he came to knock it down. He's like,
I
"No."
like the message of being able to work together with other cultures that comes at the end of this,
Oh,
meaning
yeah.
that Lucy and him work together. But I didn't like the subliminal message of that. This culture had to save you. Like I didn't like that because that's
Yeah,
just
neither did I.
perpetuating the lie for me.
Yeah,
Like stop it.
that,
So that part I didn't like, but I do believe like in diversity and all of that stuff, and I do think that being able to work together of that sense in the end, if that's going to happen, I think it might because he ends up becoming a leader at the end of this. But anyway, I was messed up at the mama. How about that? You see what the daddy did to the mama? The mama over there, she a goal.
yeah.
She was beautiful,
But
and now she looking decrepit.
yeah, it let you know where we are as human beings, man. He couldn't take the fact that the mom wanted to stay out and wanted to help, and so he was like, "Nah, we gotta get rid of you." So no, he was horrible. He was horrible. The dad was horrible.
But not his son. His son is like the mother.
Yeah,
He's woke. His son is woke in
yeah.
the whole entire thing, and he never falls for the dupe.
But this is what I don't like about it. If I had to give a dislike, every biracial, well, both biracial couples had these problems. Don't get me wrong. I know the guy. He made his wife a ghoul, but they always do. But the people who was in front of you, real life, or that you can see, like him and his wife, we never really seen them interact. They just go back and they show you clips. But
You mean like her being his manager type stuff on scenes
yeah,
and all of that?
like them being no, just for them being like the father that was in charge of the bunker. He was
Oh, okay.
we never really seen that relationship. We only got glimpses of it by them looking back.
Right.
But the black lady and the cowboy, we seen
Yeah,
that,
we seen that. Yeah.
and we seen that she clearly was a deceiver in her relationship. Then we also see Lucy, and we see the young man who's with Lucy now, the
Yeah,
soldier.
Maximus. Yeah.
Maximus, thank you. We see Maximus, and if you know, it's sort of like what happened in Star Wars. I don't know if you remember in Star Wars where they never let the black character, like they never really let them come together. Like, yeah, well, we're going to tease you. We're not going to let them
Oh
have a
yeah, and they
real
didn't at the
passion.
end. Yeah, they didn't really come together. Yeah.
Yeah, not a real passion or relationship because like even when she said to him, "Hey, you want to go have intercourse?"
Oh yeah, that was too
And
funny.
yeah, it was, and he was like,
He's like, we can't do that.
"No."
We can't do that. Oh, crack it up. No.
Are you kidding me? But see how then they made him when they wanted him to be a killer, they allowed him to be a killer when he wanted to kill the white
But they
guy.
wouldn't allow him to be a lover. But they wouldn't allow him to be a lover.
Exactly. But with
Come
who?
on.
With who?
Y'all see the subliminals?
It's that,
Y'all know Black Media Podcast getting this review now. Y'all gonna get it how we give it.
that oh man, that was deliberate because I don't want you kissing the pure lips, and I don't want you interacting and of course we're gonna act like she's willing and seem like they really
Yeah.
do like it. No, but we're gonna keep them far apart. They did
Right.
this. They did it in Star Wars, and people
Uh-huh.
were furious.
They got one kiss in a little teaser.
Yeah, no,
That one time.
we knew they liked each other.
And what was that black guy? That black guy was looking out the window. Look. The older black guy.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. It was, that that becomes a distraction for me sometimes. I like the movie. Don't get me wrong. I really did like it. It was great.
Yeah, it was a great series. Yeah.
But it that becomes a distraction because it's like no matter you always trying to show us as not good enough. They can't be the
Not
one
loving enough, always angry.
always
Yeah,
angry.
always drama and all of that. That's not the truth.
What man is going to be attracted to a woman and
Right.
they have where he comes from? They don't have no marital laws and all that.
Right.
Not crap. I'm sorry, but
Yeah. No, we got to say this because think about it. You guys, we know this is not real life. We know this is a series, but there are people writing these roles for Black people.
Exactly.
So it's the same roles.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're saying it, because you're not, maybe you do see it. Maybe you don't see it. Maybe you choose not to see it. They would like some loving roles too.
Exactly.
They would like some of that. So why is it always the one culture portrayed as that and not the other? So we are bringing it to light because this is Black Media Podcast and that's what we do.
Yes, that's what we do. Yeah, and it was really it was horrible that they did it like that.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't good enough. This guy was an upstanding guy. He was this, but still like not good enough to have a relationship with. And
Look, and he lies because he wouldn't tell her. Remember, he had to lie to her a little bit.
yeah, but that's it.
It's all the same stupid stuff. Like,
Yeah, but we see the cowboy cuts her finger off and treats her like trash and dish hands on her in any type way. But we still see
and he's forgiven.
forgiving and humanity in that. But I just it's
I didn't understand that about him. He was so loving. They made him loving actually in the very beginning. He was so loving. All you saw was this love between him and the wife, even though you didn't know the wife was crazy. See, there again, same stuff.
yeah. But
Made him loving. And then when he transformed into this other thing, there's another subliminal thing. Now he's not loving.
In other words, in order for him to be evil, it had to be a good.
He had to be dark. Yeah. To be evil. Like, stop. I can't.
It's funny, but you know what?
But it's there.
The reason why he was mad was because I'm talking about why he had his natural anger is because he was looking for his family. Like, where's my daughter and where's my wife?
Why you think he looking for them?
Because they left him out. Because remember, he in the beginning when the bomb dropped, he took the daughter. He got in the thing and he rides off. Next thing we know, he's a ghoul. But
No, what do you think really happened? I think he wanted to bring the dog.
No, they kicked him out. He would have recollection of what happened. Whatever they did, they kicked him. They ousted him out somehow.
She knew he was spying on her, maybe, and she kicked him out. You think?
Yeah, maybe that could be it. But nevertheless, they kicked him out. Because he
Oh,
can't.
he coming to get her.
Well,
He coming to get her,
Oh yeah, he's coming to get her.
not to love her.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he coming to take her out.
he's
Watch.
on those, and he's been alive for like 200 years. So it's gonna be on popping.
Yeah, it's crazy because when you first start watching it, you start being upset with this lady who took the other girl's dad because you don't understand it either. And then you end up at the end of the season rooting for her. It's crazy. It was very well written. There was no holes in this series as far as the transitions.
Yeah, because there was too poly purebred.
Yeah.
It was too. Everything was too Mayberry.
Right.
When everything is done just right, you already know the devil behind it. Because I'm like,
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the last part because that was that was too funny.
Yeah.
She was like, "You want to go to the party with us?"
Yeah.
And the black guy, Maximus, he's enjoying because he had never taken time out to have anything really. So he's enjoying the oysters. He's enjoying the popcorn.
Yeah.
While he ain't paying attention, but then he sees the girl getting taken away and he starts snapping back to his old, and when he come in the room, he ready to take everybody out. But anyway, before that happens, she's like, you want to come? So the party, and they go on like this, they swing inside. She think they're dancing. Somebody come out the ground or something like that. It looked like some kind of cultic worship thing was going on. And then they start, what was it, pouring blood on themselves? She was like, oh no, y'all crazy. Starts going off. Anyways, we think she about to die, and with this sword, and he takes the sword, cuts the rope, and says,
he like that. He's like,
yeah, he having the trouble. He can't even get it done.
Yo, that was hilarious.
I thought she was going to die. That was funny. That's a little piece of comedy in there because it's like, can you help me with it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
The one eye.
Yeah, that one eye was crazy, but that one eye.
Didn't it just throw you off? You kept looking like, what in the world?
Yeah, but they needed to go to that vault because that's where they found out about what was going on.
Yeah, but see, all these people are contaminated. You know what I mean?
And were they contaminating them with the food?
I don't know. You know what? I have. It's something else I have to go.
When they go, remember when they go into Vault 32? Was it 32 or one of them? They see all these people that look like them, pretty much watching TV or whatever, and they're dead.
Yeah.
And then people saying, "I know the truth." So, did they kill them while they were doing these things, or like the other people did and came in and killed them?
Because
what?
This is why I think that you may be onto something with the food, because the guy who was at the captain's was in the commander's seat. He had that stupid smile on his face, but he was dead. And I was sitting up here like he had a sadistic smile, as if something altered his thinking.
His thinking.
Yeah, and it looked like it just made everybody go crazy and start killing themselves.
Well, he was getting those messages, the same ones the other girl was getting, Miss Betty.
Oh yeah, the
Nate, the black girl, she was crazy. I knew she was crazy when she came out, started smiling. I said, nobody. You supposed to smile, but ain't nobody smiling that much. Like she was over smiling.
That's
like that serial killer smile.
Like she's passed away. God bless her soul, but she played.
He said, "Bless her soul," but
no, seriously, she played a horror in Star Trek, the original Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
With Captain Kirk and all. Yeah, she was like the black lady with the flip with the curly curls inside her head. Yeah, and she.
All right, so.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So let's rate it. Let's rate this show. What's our black rate of this show? And this is not this is not written by black people, but we decided to review it because it had the black lead. It had a nice black lead in this series. Yeah, which was played. The character was Maximus that he played. So we thought.
Yeah, I'm gonna get his. I'm about to tell you
that is Aaron Millett or something like that.
His name is Aaron Clifton.
Okay, Aaron Clifton. Yeah, Aaron Clifton. So.
Yeah.
It ain't Black Ratchet. I don't think it was no Black Ratchet in this. It ain't Black. We got Black Auntie, Black Ratchet, Black Excellence, Black. We came up with a new one last night, Black Plastic.
Yo, we may have to give a
we got to do a review on Black Plastic because that's funny.
That's hilarious. We can stand there all day and talk about
Black Plastic. That was funny.
Yo, we have to do an award show.
Right? Yeah, we should.
Each have one of our black ratings. I would think that would be hilarious.
Yeah. What would this be though? Of this one, black. I'm like, what kind of rate would he be getting?
Wait, give them to me again. Come on. Right.
It's Black Ratchet.
We got Rat. Okay, Rat.
Black Auntie.
Black Auntie.
Black Excellence.
Excellence.
Black Plastic.
We had another one though.
Black Plastic. And we had Black Ghetto.
No, he didn't.
We did. We had Black Ghetto because one of them was like below Ratchet. It was like Black Ghetto. We had Black Excellence, Black Ghetto, Black Ratchet, Black Auntie. We added Black Plastic because that's a whole nother category in itself.
Girl, that Black Plastic gonna go a long way.
That Black Plastic.
It's hard to rate this because mm,
I got a thing I want to do. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we got to think of what to do.
because Lord have mercy.
He was a great black lead for sure.
No, he was. He really did a great job.
He really transformed.
He and Lucy both did a great job at their roles, and for
I don't
both.
even know if black centric. I don't even know if that would be one. Black centric. It's like the role he played was very centric. I don't
Yeah,
know if you understand what that means, but
yeah, I understand. But see, this is my problem with him though. But I, I'm I, I'm trying to rate the show and not him. You get what I'm saying? And when I'm doing that,
I had more black people than normal. Let me stop.
yeah,
That's funny.
I mean,
Um, yeah, we can't really. It wasn't a black movie, so we can't really grade that. We would just have to rate him because he's the black lead, and so I'm gonna give him black excellence. I'm gonna give him black excellence because part of black excellence is showing the struggle and showing the win. And if I had to rate what his character did in this movie, that's what he did. He showed us him at his weakest points and him getting stronger as the movie
that's true.
progressed.
That's
So I could give him black excellence for his lead that
for
he did.
talking about for his lead, but
For his lead, yeah, because it's not really a black movie, but it but we will sometimes on here, you guys, review movies that have black leads. Like it's not really like what you would call now. I guess you know
yeah,
what, some you might see it listed under the black experience only because it's black leads in the movies sometimes.
yeah.
But it's not technically a black movie per se. But
Hmm.
he had a nice strong black lead. He's a strong black lead in the movie.
Amen, amen.
So that's I'm gonna go with black excellence. What you going with?
I have to follow you with that one. I'm gonna have to follow you.
Yeah, he wasn't ghetto. He wasn't ratchet. It wasn't plastic.
Yeah, I have to follow
Was it?
you, even though they get on my nerve.
Yeah.
I have
So
to follow my spirit. Oh man. Yeah, well, I'm with you.
yeah. So we're gonna go with his lead. You guys, we're rating his lead as black excellence. And if they're gonna give him an award for this show, they should, because he really showed the transition of his character throughout. I would like when season 2, if he comes back without the confusion part of his character, because he's arising as a strong leader, that would really be dynamic
Yeah.
of this series.
Well,
That would
you
show
seen
him
it.
really transformed.
You seen it hit him when they raised his hand up. You seen it. You seen him.
Yeah, like him transform some. And I
You,
wonder will she still like him? Like they're gonna cross paths.
yeah.
Is he it almost seemed like when you was watching him transition to these powerful titles, going from not wearing the suit to wearing the suit, it's like it would go to his head all the time. When he went into the vault, it was going to his head and he was getting comfortable. So he got to watch that, like
Yeah.
letting stuff go into his head all the time.
See, this is where his problem comes in at, and why it does go to his head. He had everyone against him. His own people against him. His own look. Watch this. So outside, he had people who was above him who was against him, the great leaders. But then also people among his rankings used to beat him up. Then now you come over to this other side. Now you see people with Lucy in them that they're trying to kill them too. And I'm like, so he's like, yo, you can understand why he would be selfish. I can
Look,
understand.
and let me say this: it's still that same theme of the woman validating the man again, the black man in this again.
Oh yeah,
Because who raises his hand? It's the woman.
exactly.
I'm not against a woman. Obviously, I'm a woman, but it's just that same thing.
Yeah.
Again, none of the men recognized him as a leader. It wasn't until she said it.
Oh, let's hit this really fast. Let's say this really fast. No, they emasculated men in this on this one big time.
Yeah, they really did.
Everyone in those little chambers, all the women had all heart. All the women. The one who had the fork in the eye. The other woman who I mean,
Right? She is a survivor. That woman with the daggone patch.
all the men. Listen, all the I can read their names off. All the men was
Yeah, she
they were
was.
all chumps, and I was
Yeah, all
like,
the members Trumps. They all was.
maybe that's why they had them awake because they was like, we got to get rid of you guys because you guys really ain't strong. You ain't about nothing. Y'all ain't nothing but cattle. They were cattle.
The women was taking people out. Even the black woman, Betty. This is the second time she taking people out. Remember?
Yeah,
It's a lot of the women taking the men out as an agenda. Is that woman right
it,
there?
from that
Who wrote this show?
from
Go
that
ahead.
standpoint, it was horrible. From that standpoint, it was horrible. Yeah, what day is that? I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, that was that was just crazy and interesting. So on that note, we're
Yeah,
gonna let you guys go ahead and rate this. And we will see you the next time on Black Media Podcast. Make sure you join with us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And we'll see you the next time. Bye.